I'm ready.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Slap Happy Podcast. It is the duo of the trio again, all two of us.
All two of us.
But it's President's Day, so Marty, do you want to sing the President's theme song?
Um,
Let me help you out. Dun 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 dun.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, all right.
Yes. I couldn't.
What's the national anthem of Germany?
We got beer. I don't know.
Well, what's the national anthem of Germany in 1940? Because whatever it was, that's what it is now.
Oh, here.
Wrap your head around it. Yeah.
I get it. Took me a second.
Yeah, no, it's President's Day. Although, in my personal opinion, we don't really have much to celebrate.
Why
But
not?
that's just me.
See, this goes back to Bruno Mars, dude. Did you watch his Carpool Karaoke?
I don't watch anything Bruno Mars related
So
anymore.
Bruno Mars is on Carpool Karaoke with James Corden, right? And
Okay.
James is like, he brings up, dude, you are always so happy. Like, I've never seen you in a bad mood. That was my best
In
British.
his best British accent.
Yeah, I'm not good at accents at all, which is weird because, well, it's not weird. It sucks because I'm in theater, you know?
You did say that you mentioned once that you weren't really good at accents and that you wished you were.
Yeah, I wish I was. But I feel like that's one of the things you just practice. But I'm also the kind of guy that, like, if I'm not good at it at first, I'm really discouraged.
That explains a lot, actually.
Yeah, like I don't skateboard, right? Even skating, what we talked about last week in our podcast, or did we talk about it?
We didn't talk about it
in the podcast. Oh, it was cut out. So we're going skating on Sunday nights, right? And like I didn't pick it up great at first, but I mean I was 1,000 times better than everybody else the first time.
I was shit-faced drunk the first time I went to that adult night thing.
Oh, that makes it perfect.
Yeah, and I woke up with a bruise on my ass.
Nice. Yeah. See, I didn't fall once. I did.
Oh, actually.
I like slid to my knee because I tried turning around and skating backwards. But
Did you really?
yeah.
I want to learn how to do that.
Because I mean, I can a little bit. I can't go fast, and I can't push myself to go backwards. But like, if I just jump around, I could like just coast backwards until I have to turn back around.
So for me, like, it would be much easier to do the skating thing there if it was rollerblades as opposed to roller skates.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because I used to be really good at roller skating. I used to have a pair when I was living in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
As a wee young lad, only about 8 years old.
Yeah, I did have roller skates all the time. I was kind of surprised. So every other roller skating rink I've been to, they have roller blades also.
And this is the only one that doesn't.
That just has skates. Yeah, which is
I
kind of
mean,
weird.
you'd have to like take your own.
Yeah, I mean, you could take your own. There was like 2 guys, or 1 girl, 1 guy that had their blades, which is cool. But I don't want to go buy. I don't know how much they are actually, but
They're probably like $60.
yeah, that's more than I wanted. Well, maybe not.
That's more that you want to spend for rollerblades?
I don't know.
It's like a one-time investment.
Yeah, it is like a one-time thing. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe
That's how I feel about video games.
depends on if it becomes part of my routine or not. Like if I just go,
If you go every Sunday,
or even like every other Sunday is fine.
or just go out in rollerblades.
Yeah, because like maybe not, but yeah,
Maybe not.
So
Just rollerblading all the way around your job. Just like, what am I thinking of? There's this like cartoon where he's gliding around everything and putting stuff away and like picking stuff up and.
I don't know.
But that would be you.
Yeah,
That would be you.
I think it'd be cool to be a bike courier in like New York City.
You think so?
Yeah. Did you see? I think it's called Rush or something with
No,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I haven't seen it.
I just like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I've always thought being a bike courier would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw that video, which even though it wasn't the best movie, it was still like, oh, it's so cool though.
Right.
So I don't know. Yeah.
I like Gordon Levitt too.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot in 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah.
That was a really good movie. I can't think of the name of the movie.
Inception.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh,
it.
it is?
That's the one. Yeah, I liked him in that one too. That whole movie was great, but
Yeah,
people
yeah.
didn't get it.
What were we talking about before I switched the subject? Sorry.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun,
No,
dun.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Fuck. Well, there goes my train of thought.
Yep, sorry. It was a good one too. And I thought I just had like a quick side quip.
With your side whatever, it was way too much.
Turned into a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, well, oh well.
Oh well.
I just fucking lost my entire train of thought.
I know.
You suck.
Well, thanks for that.
Now all I can think of is Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, all I could think of is roller skates. Because that was before Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I can't
Right.
work. What do we say?
Oh, John Wick.
But how
Wasn't
did
it?
that- Well, we wanted to
talk about John Wick. That's what it was.
So let's just segue smoothly into John Wick right now.
Okay, that's
rollerblading, and then like in the middle of the rollerblading,
there's 4 wheels on a roller skate, like in John Wick's car.
What?
Yeah, except in his car it's motorized.
Hey, did you know the new one just came out last week? Since this is on President's Day.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, 2 weeks.
Since this is on President's Day. This isn't really on President's Day.
Yeah, we're recording this.
We're recording this earlier. Prior?
Prior
Is prior
to
before?
the date that
Okay,
you're
yeah, you're right. Prior to the date. That's right.
Anyway, so whatever. What about John Wick? Do you like? Wait, first off, do you like it?
Fucking love John Wick.
So we haven't seen the second one yet because it just came out 2 days ago. But
this would be 2 weeks to whoever's listening to this right now.
But so for us, it was 2 days ago,
Right.
and both of us are kind of along the lines of movies. I'm pretty sure you are too. Like, I can't go with a lot of people. You know, like I don't.
Yeah, I remember the last time that we all went to a movie. It was for Fast and Furious 7.
And we were literally
And we
in the
like
front row.
Yeah, and
we got
I
there.
felt like we unintentionally like sat in the perfect spots for ourselves.
Yeah.
Because I kind of like chatting a little bit about the movie while it's playing, but like I don't want to lose my full immersion in what's going on.
Yeah.
Whereas I think you just like being immersed completely without like anyone chatting or talking or anything, just like kind of a leave me alone, let me watch this thing.
Oh, very much so. Yes. So yeah, that's another thing. I know we're still in John Wick, but dude,
I'm remembering this.
if I like, I don't take dates to movies. Like an actual live play is different because
Right, yeah.
you're supposed to make like, so as an actor, like I want people to make noise, even if it's like a weird cough. Just lets me know they're still like there, you know?
Oh, like they're present?
Yeah, so like just because you could feel their energy and you know like you could feel if they're kind of weird about the show. Anyway, but like a movie,
That's a one-way
dude,
street.
If yeah, like there's no, the movie's gonna be the exact same every time you watch it, regardless. And I know that, but still, if somebody freaking breathes too hard, man, I'm like, shut the hell up, and they're like, what am I doing? I could hear you 4 rows away.
And then it creates a scene, and then
dude.
no one else can hear the movie.
I shit you not, dude. I've literally I've turned around at someone and like evil-eyed, and I just stared at them, and they're like, "What?" And I was like, "Can you be any more loud?" Oh, like I've done it twice in Rio 24.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You would have hated going to the movies with me then when, like in 2011, 2012-ish, because I used to be that guy who would loudly comment on what was going on in the movie. Just like one real quick interjection, and then that was it.
And that's what throws me out, dude.
Yeah,
like,
you would have
very,
hated.
very, very rarely will I be like, "Oh, that was a good one. I
Yeah.
like this guy."
Like, my proudest moment, which is probably my worst moment, was when we were watching Paranormal Activity 3.
Uh-huh.
And you know that part... Have you seen it, right?
Yeah.
So you know that
It's
part
been a
where...
while, but yeah.
You know that part where they're in the bedroom and they're, like, making out and everything and about to get dirty and, like, make a sex tape or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's that earthquake.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, the dust falls and it settles on in midair on the demon
And then
or
you
whatever.
can see, yeah.
Yeah. Well, when that part came on, foot and mouth syndrome, and I was just like, fucking perverts, just sitting there watching them. And everyone started laughing. And like, I consider that my proudest movie going moment, but it was probably like the most rude thing I could have done to anyone who was trying to enjoy that movie. I just fucked up that whole scene. It was supposed to be like a dramatic moment, you know?
Yeah,
like,
because you could like finally...
yeah, like, oh shit, it was there the whole time.
It's the revealing.
Yeah, it's fucking watching them about to make a sex tape.
Yeah, I get that. I think for me, what I'm realizing right now is like horrors are the exception because I don't get scared by horrors.
Okay. Okay, so for me,
And
good horror is the exception.
What's a good horror?
Something like Oculus, I thought was
I
a
haven't
really.
seen Oculus,
I thought it was a
actually.
really good horror. The Babadook is a really good horror movie.
Okay.
Anything atmospheric as opposed to jumpy. So like, me and Sadie were watching The Blair Witch, the original one.
Yeah.
And she was like getting creeped out and scared a little bit. And then she, at the end of it all, she's like, "Oh, that wasn't even scary." And I'm like, "Why?" Because there weren't any jump scares. And then we put on the 2016 version right after. And I was like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's
because A, the way it's cut, there's no way in hell anyone in their right mind would cut it like that if it was real found footage. B, if they found, I don't know, I was just out of the immersion completely.
Yeah, I get it.
It was loud, it was jumpy, it was
I
just
do like
irritating.
the creepy
I like
atmospheric ones.
the atmospheric ones. And like the ones that are atmospheric tend to do jump scares, but like albeit there's less of them, but the ones they do are like really, really effective. Like The Conjuring, the first one was a really good horror movie.
Yeah,
that one is a good one. And yeah, there's jump scares, but they're paced and they move the plot forward basically. They're not just there to be there.
That's true.
So
but like not so, you know, the atmosphere also ties into John Wick.
Oh, I was gonna bring it back to that. Yeah.
No, but for real, like John Wick creates like a total.
That's a really immersive, atmospheric movie too. Because you know, there's the first, I don't know, what is it, 10 minutes of that movie, 15 minutes of that movie, he has to bury his wife. Spoiler alerts for anyone who hasn't seen
the first one.
The first one, but it's not much of a spoiler. It happens in the beginning anyway.
Yeah.
And then the whole issue with those guys, you know, breaking in and all of that.
The Russian.
The Russian.
Kid.
Yeah.
Fucking Russian.
Fucking Chuck Neal.
English,
breaking into.
Please. I like that guy.
Yeah, but just that whole, it was like, it drew you in emotionally to a guy who barely says anything in those first 15 minutes. Like, he says almost nothing. It's like a silent film.
Yeah.
During that first few moments, except for people talking to him.
Yeah.
And you just can't help but feel for the poor guy, because like he's lost a lot of shit in a short amount of time. And I think that little section of the movie is more than enough to draw you in for the rest of it, because like you're emotionally invested in what he's doing now.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like the music that they chose, which I know you've heard it recently, but I've been playing it on repeat a lot, and I do that.
What? No.
Yeah, you see, you know that, but the people at home don't.
He'll play a song on repeat like all day.
Yes. I was just explaining to, I think it was your sister, about this. I will play a song that I like repeatedly until I find another song that I like.
And let me guess, Becca was like, "Oh yeah, I do that too." Sha was like, "Oh, I can't do that."
No, actually, Sha was like, "Oh, I get that," because I guess I described it in a way that she did understand.
Okay,
or whatever.
Maybe it's just the way I describe it, but both of them do that same thing. They could watch the same movie, like literally on repeat. Like they'll skip the like credits and just go back to the beginning. And I'm like, really? I could. Right at this second, I could quote the entire movie. I don't need to watch it again.
Yeah, don't watch a movie that I really, really know with me, because I do that. I quote movies.
I don't. Well, I mean, if I've seen it 100 times,
like
fine.
The Waterboy, I was watching that with Sadie. Dude, she was like, "Shut the fuck up." I'm like, I can't help it. It's such a classic.
That's true. I've watched a few movies. Like we've watched, and I'm like, dude.
Oh, like the other guys.
Yeah.
That one especially. Yeah. So I can't help it. Like if I've seen it enough times, I'm just gonna. But here's the difference between, I think, you and her. Like, if I'm sitting off to the side and you can't see me, I'll mouth the words or whatever, and I don't think it bothers you. But she'll notice, or she'll, like, hear or whatever, sense it, and she'll just be like, "Stop!" And I'm just like, "I'm not even saying anything."
I know that you do it. I also know that it's paranoid if I say something, because you're not making any noise.
Just stop. Quit moving your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Like how ludicrous is that? I'm moving my mouth, and it's annoying me. And it's, like you're moving your mouth,
yeah, and it's annoying me.
Obviously, I've got like a problem.
Yeah,
and I know
there's a bigger issue if.
Yeah, like I know that, so that's why I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna say anything. And it's gonna annoy the hell out of me, but I'm gonna watch this movie. You know, so that's just.
Yeah, but like, I think.
That's why we should watch John Wick.
I was gonna say, I think the lack of dialogue in John Wick really helps it.
I was gonna say, you can't quote that one. You can't
quote nothing. You
bang,
can't
bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be annoying.
I would probably like kind of sing along to the songs, especially the one that's when he's in the club or whatever, in the bathhouse. That song that plays in that section, I just absolutely fell in love with. The minute I heard it, the first time I watched the movie, I was like, I gotta have that fucking song.
Gotta do it.
I gotta. And I did. Cool. And I have. And it's amazing.
Huh.
But I remember we were talking about this very recently, but I did a little bit more research about the movie, because there were some things about it that bothered me that I didn't think were, like, real, I guess would be the word. But yeah, one of the things that I found like kind of pulled me out a little bit was the way that he used his gun and his gunplay.
So like the way he like held it.
Yeah, the way he held it, the way he used it in combat versus like instead of actually shooting it, like when he hit somebody with it, and like where he put it when he was fighting and like things like that. And it turns out that he underwent extensive gun training. With a certain martial arts style that like utilizes that kind of weaponry, and I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it was super cool. And then like on top of that, the way that he was wielding his gun, like really close to his body, was like, I thought it was a stupid way to hold the gun.
Yeah.
But it turns out like it's the most, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like the most reliable way.
Yeah, I would say reliable. That's a good word to put it.
Like especially
close quarters,
jumping
around like
exactly, running around and like, and then I watched the choreography of the movie. Like I'll repeat sections of it just to see what is going on. Yeah. And the cool thing about it is you can actually like see him thinking these kinds of like these things actions through. Yeah, like when they're gunfighting from that bathtub through the club, there's a part where the guy's hiding behind the pillar, and he's like looking at him, and then he shoots his foot to like bring him to come like get him out. And I was like, wow, he paused for a second, like assessed.
He stops, he looks at the foot, and then he brings his gun down.
Like he assesses the situation, and then he's just like, okay, well, A, B, C, and he's done. Like, like it's very logical for him to go through that. And I thought that was like a really unintentional detail. I don't know if it was unintentional or if it was
definitely be intentional, because leaving stuff like that out kind of makes it, for anyone that's going for like authenticity.
Right. Oh.
Because like, you'll have movies where they're like, they've got two guns and they're holding it out like arms extended left and right.
Right.
You can't see either of them. Like you can't look down the barrel of or like the sights of either gun, but they're obviously doing headshots left and right, and you're like, that's never gonna happen.
That doesn't happen that way.
Or anything where it's just like they're looking away and they shoot somebody.
Oh right.
Stuff like that is like really stupid. Like any action movie now, almost any, they'll be like hand fighting or something, and they'll already have their arm up to block a punch before the punch even started. And you're like, how'd that? Wow, this guy's got like future sight.
Yeah, that was future sight. I can see things faster.
Yeah, like he knows what he's gonna do before it. So why not just end the fight then?
Yeah, that brings me to something that I was gonna mention. There's this really popular video that gets thrown around Reddit threads a lot that has to do with like movies, and the channel's called Every Frame a Painting. Have you heard of it?
No.
So it's basically a guy who dives into different aspects of cinematography and kind of just explains about the way that things are done and like how certain directors do certain things. Like there's a video on the Mike, quote unquote Michael Bay effect, and like why his that shot from Bad Boys 2 where they stand up and then like the camera's like swirling around them and shit.
Yeah.
Like why that's so effective in his movies versus in other people's movies who do the exact same thing. So they're like something like that. But the one that I'm thinking of is the Jackie Chan episode that he had where he's talking about using comedy in an action movie, and he goes into it saying, there's two different types of action movie. There's the Jackie Chan style where when you're fighting, like you'll show a punch twice, and it'll like register with the audience that he just got really hurt. What he says was like he'll throw a punch at a guy, and then right before the impact, he'll cut to a closer shot of them, pull back the punch a couple of frames, and then let it go through. So you're like seeing the same punch twice, like you're seeing the same motion twice, but you're seeing the punch once. And he said that just seeing that twice registers in the audience minds that it makes the hit heavier. Yeah, like it makes it seem much more real than in they used Guardians of the Galaxy as an example where they're fighting, and like every single time a hit's about to land, they cut the camera to the like punch pulling away or the kick pulling away. So it'll throw the punch, and right before it hits, they cut the camera to an angle where the punch is pulling back, so it doesn't look like they hit at all.
That makes sense because I felt that way about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right? Yeah.
I was kind of pulled out of it because it was like, well, damn, you guys like just fucking punch him. It doesn't hurt that much.
And then that's where the whole John Wick situation comes in, where like you can obviously tell that the fights are choreographed, and they kind of have to be for safety's sake.
Yeah.
But in the way that they did it, they don't cut away at every punch. In fact, they have like static shots during the action scenes, which is something that I really appreciated about the movie, because action movies nowadays, they have like shaky cameras, they're cutting,
I hate that.
They have 20 different angles for 5 seconds of fight time.
Yeah, it's like 5 punches, you get 8 different angles.
Exactly.
You're
yeah.
like, what the hell?
And then I was watching John Wick, and it's just like, it's so clean in its execution of being an action movie in general.
Did you watch Daredevil on Netflix?
No, I didn't.
So
I was gonna start.
One, it's pretty good. I like it. There's this one scene where I swear it's like a 3-minute scene. Of one continuous shot, and he is fighting himself down the stairs. He's fighting a bunch of people down the stairs, and it's really I haven't watched it since it came out, so my memory's a little fuzzy, but I remember like I was in such like the awe of it, because like we were talking about, there's always like 20 different shots for like two hits, and you're like, what the hell, like I'm getting headache, and I don't get headaches,
right? Yeah,
from
or
like
motion sickness.
Yeah, I don't get like motion sickness, but this fight is killing me. So but it's like one continuous shot of like it follows him down the stairs, he gets caught, but the camera keeps moving, so then he's above the camera.
Oh, okay.
And a couple steps above, and then like he'll fly off, like skip a step, or like skip a flight of stairs
and
across,
get back into the frame.
Yeah, and like jump in, and like it was crazy cool. Like it was so good. It was because it was just one continuous shot, and it was also similar to John Wick, where you could see the punches are actually getting hit.
Right.
Because there was one continuous shot, so if they like stop the punches before they get hit, like it's not gonna work.
Right.
It was just so good. I was so amazed by that one scene. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Like, I get most of my action movies I get most of the action from action movies in foreign films.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember Tony Jaa?
No.
Tony Jaa? He was he was supposed to be the next Jackie Chan, basically, but like on a more serious level, where he did flips and tricks and all that stuff in his action movies. But like the box art of his movie advertised him as like doing his own stunts, and all the hits were real and all that stuff.
Yeah, I do know.
Like The Protector.
Okay.
That he did that. And then there's another movie what was it? Duology? What did we decide on? There's another series of movies called The Raid. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
It's a really, really good Taiwanese movie, where there's cops going in and raiding a building that's notoriously known to house like criminals and drug dealers and things like that. So they're going up flight by flight and just making arrests.
Yeah.
And all hell breaks loose, and then they got to fight their way out and all that. But it's like really crisp and clean, like fight choreography. And once we like wrap this up, I'll show you a scene, because it's really fucking good. And it's just and I just felt like that's the same kind of feeling that John Wick brought to the table when it came out. Last year, 2 years ago?
Yeah. Last year, whatever.
I think it was 2 years ago now, but
yeah, Tony Jaa is actually in the new XXX movie.
Is he really?
Yeah, I didn't know his name, but I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah, Tony Jaa. He's Taiwan. I think he's Taiwanese too.
That movie is so bad.
Is it?
Oh my god, yes.
XXX?
Yes.
You saw it?
I went and saw it on like a Tuesday.
The Return of Xander Cage, or whatever.
At like 2 a.m.
Man,
or 2 p.m.
I didn't want it to be bad.
Oh, dude, you're gonna love it. Don't get me wrong.
Is it like cheesy action flick bad?
It's so cheesy action flick bad.
Yeah.
Because like they go over the top.
Really
about
bad
the whole
80s over the top explosions.
Yes, dude.
The Rob Van Dam, 6 different angles for one explosion.
And then it'll cut to him, Xander Cage, like, totally not hurt. He's like, damn, that was fun. Really?
Ice Cube's in it too, right?
Yeah, he shows up.
Awesome.
I never saw the second
The State of the
X.
Union?
Yeah,
I
with
got
him
it.
in
Yeah,
it.
you should. It's just as bad,
Just as
probably.
bad. It's so. Oh man, and they know it is. Like I swear they do it intentionally.
Right.
Which is why I was like, okay, I could watch
I like
this.
self-parodying movies like that. Like the Evil Dead series just got like more and more ridiculous as it went on.
Yeah.
So stuff like that just kind of makes me giggle a little bit.
It's so bad, dude. Yeah, you'll love it.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
It hurts.
Yeah, but just to, I guess, bring it all back around, I really want to go see John Wick 2.
Yeah.
Like, really fucking bad. And I don't think I've ever wanted to see a movie so bad in my life before.
No.
Ever. Well, no, that's not true. Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, dude. Yes.
That is a whole nother can of worms that we're going to have to save for another episode.
Oh, man.
But seriously? Emma Watson?
Emma Watson.
Man. Yeah, no, we can't do this now.
Wait, I mean, there's always time for Emma Watson.
I mean, yeah, but I can't, because if I do, it's not going to stop.
You know who else I like? I'm absolutely obsessed with. I mean, different than Emma Watson, obviously.
Yeah.
But Luke Evans, dude.
Who's Luke Evans?
He's Gaston. He's also in.
Oh shit! Okay, in the live action one. Okay.
Yeah. He also plays what's the Vlad the Impaler?
In what?
What is that movie?
Interview with
Dracula.
Dracula,
Dude.
Which one?
The new one with Luke Evans.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's so good. Dude.
Is it really?
I just like Luke Evans. I like the way he acts and like his persona.
Okay.
But it's so good, dude. Like I loved that movie, even though it didn't get good reviews. I was like,
yeah,
why not?
The last Dracula movie I watched was Dracula 2000.
You.
Yeah. But I mean I liked it, and
Yeah.
especially because the one of my favorite bands has a song in that movie, and I fucking loved it. But 2000s was a different era.
No,
We were still in the middle of, we were still in between good and bad, like CGI.
Yeah.
And like good and bad special effects. So everything at that time was like, whoa, mind blowing. Oh my God, it looks so much better than, whatever.
Yeah.
So different times for different people. And I'm just, I don't know. I'm just really excited for Beauty and the Beast to come out because A, we have fucking CGI out the wazoo nowadays.
Yeah.
And B, Emma Watson.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't fucking wait. And then I've been waiting like my whole life, basically, to see Beauty and the Beast in like an original Beauty and the Beast movie in theaters.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not entirely original, but it's different enough to be considered original. Like, Beauty and the Beast came out in 1992, and I was like,
damn.
Yeah. And then I saw the re-release when it came out in 3D.
Yeah.
Back in like 2012. I saw that. And now it's just kind of like, well, I mean, they can't do much else with that series unless they... Oh my God, they're fucking making a live-action film.
What? And it's got
Emma Watson. Oh my God. Yeah, so I just... and honestly, I hope that she's the one singing in the movie.
I don't know.
Because I saw a video...
She's got a good voice.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying. But I saw a video where it's... What's his name? John Legend, and Ariana Grande singing a song. So I'm just like, maybe they overdubbed them with like other celebrity singers just to play it on the safe
the
side.
original Beauty and the Beast, or like
the voice actors sang the songs in the original Beauty and the Beast. So it's like,
I mean, John Legend and Ariana Grande did Beauty and the Beast, like that song. The Beauty and the Beast.
That's probably the video that I saw. But so I'm just hoping that.
But no, she doesn't sing in the original one. She does. Well, so she sings like.
Yeah, the voice
one
actress
song.
actually sings.
Oh.
The songs that she sings. That's what I'm saying.
I hope she sings at least in the movie, like
I hope
in the original one.
Dude,
when she
I
sings.
really hope that she sings like Little Town in the very beginning. I fucking love. I know that whole song by heart.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
but
awesome.
I think that's gonna be it for today. That's all the time we have. We'll have to talk about this more later.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. We'll find us on SoundCloud. Go ahead and give us a like if you liked what we talk about. Give us some suggestions for new things to talk about. And happy President's Day.
Dun 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 dun.